name's Justine. I am a graphic design major at the Drawing School. And today, instead of a testimony, I'm going to do a step. Just kidding, I'm not. Today I want to share with you two things that have blessed me greatly. The first part is how I've seen God work at Drexel. For those of you who don't know, Drexel has been known for its lack of girls. I came to Drexel and joined Drexel family groups as not just the only freshman girl, but ended up what seemed to be like the only girl that year. But over the last 4 years, I've had the privilege of witnessing God answering prayers and growing our girls' ministry. From 1 girl to 5 to 8 girls, and then to more than 20 girls this year. And even today, there are 3 of us here in the senior class about to graduate. I know that numbers aren't an important thing, but it has really encouraged me to know how faithful God is to His church and how faithful He is in answering prayers. The second thing I want to share with you is how God has blessed and grown me personally the past 4 years. Coming into college, I can tell you right now that I did not love God. I was sexually abused 2 months before I left home for school, and it wasn't something that I was planning on sharing, but after a lot of thought, it feels really important that I do. It was something that I didn't get to process after the fact, but looking back, I know that my relationship with God was severely tarnished. My insecurities started to constantly overwhelm me. There was never a moment when I didn't feel worthless, ugly, and most of all, really dirty. Of course, no one could really tell. I went to church every Sunday. I attended both family groups my freshman year, and I went to most of the church events. But I think there was a part of me that thought the more involved I was in church, the more clean and beloved I would become. Looking back, I think I also equated my involvement and church attendance with my love for God and maybe the extent of His forgiveness towards me. And I remember thinking that eventually everything was going to be okay and I could just pretend that nothing had happened. But that, of course, was not the case at all. Going into my sophomore year and continuing through my junior year, I realized that I did not feel any cleaner. And I also realized that I did not feel loved. I became angry with the church and with God, and it was very easy for me to make excuses to not go to Sunday services or meetings or events. There were a few times I tried to share what happened with a handful of friends, and while a couple could only express words of comfort, I quickly stopped trying when I was told by the rest that it wasn't an uncommon thing to happen, and I probably even deserved it. This only added to my hurt and bitterness. Honestly, I can't say what happened, what changed between then and later. All I know is that the summer between junior and senior year, God was working in me, and I can only credit His grace for opening my eyes to His love and His blessings for me. Coming into senior year, everything wasn't perfect, but I felt okay with everything around me. I wasn't necessarily buzzing with excitement, but I wasn't angry and I wasn't sad. But you know, God has shown me so much more this year than I could have ever imagined. Either that or my eyes just became less blind this year. I've been able to see again how God has grown Drexel Ministries so much. I've been able to actively seek healing for my past hurts and pains. And above all, I've been able to see God actively love me through those around me. I came into college feeling unlovable, unforgiven, and ugly. But this year, I never have to go a day without someone from family group telling me they love me or that I'm beautiful. I came to college insecure with no confidence in myself at all. But now I know that I have a whole family here, family with a PH, and they're here to back me up no matter what, whether it's through encouraging Bible verses, loving rebuke, or even accountability for things like sticking to my diet or going to the gym. In the end, I can say with confidence that God has been truly gracious to me, and at the almost end of my college career, because we still have 8 weeks left, I know that I have changed a lot these past 4 years. And there is no doubt in my mind that God is a loving and faithful God, and I know that He loves me as a father loves his child. I'm not unlovable because my God is an all-loving God who sees past my imperfections. I'm not ugly because I was created in His perfect image, and I know that He will continue to love me, and my hope and prayer request is that I won't forget